what inspires your work with being innovative, the creativity? Like, is it you're executing your vision through anything you picture from your experiences, past, present? What inspires you to go out, take pictures, and incorporate that same vision in through your framework?
Yeah, so I used to be an engineer, and I used to be into optoelectronics, so laser systems. And I would treat any creative process, including engineering or my artwork, like I'm doing now, as just part of one huge creative process. Right now, what's currently motivating me to do my work is my brother passed. He was borderline murdered. Uh, my parents are definitely culpable. I mean, I think that's all I'm comfortable saying right now. But
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
they never gave him a funeral. They never gave him a party, any sort of get together. So basically, I've been so distraught. I've been attacked. I've been raped out here in San Francisco. Another attempted rape. I had somebody attack me with a double-headed battle axe and almost lopped off my drawing hand. And I was so spiritually and humanly weathered that the image of the Virgin Mary kept popping up in my mind, and my brother is always on my mind. And I had this crystal clear vision of the Pieta, the famous statue by Michelangelo, and him holding Jesus in her arm. And that's something that I never felt from my mother, and I know my brother never felt from his mother. And I just remember obsessively thinking that's where the type of grace and beauty that I want my brother to have, after his passing. And
No, I feel you. I feel you, and I can.
so, I mean, that's the long and short of it. I mean, not typically spiritual guy, but just I wanted something to remember my brother by. He never had, again, he never had his funeral, never had to remember, never had anything. It was as though he never existed. And so I dedicated the whole show to my brother.
You mentioned earlier about Michelangelo. Was he your favorite artist when you're growing up?
No, but he is my favorite artist in terms of just raw aesthetic beauty. The message is very clear of what he's painting. He's painting Christ as he's pulled down from the cross in Mary's arm. The context is just right there. What makes the piece so amazing is the aesthetic qualities, the detail, the fidelity and resolution in which it can capture the human form. Uh, there's no other better human expression of this than I'd say Michelangelo's Pieta. And as a result, it's one of the hardest things on the planet to draw and to really capture uh, its essence. Not just a facsimile, but to really capture the moving emotion behind it. The the expressions are so subtle that if you're off a tenth of a millimeter on the lip either way, it could turn into a comedy or a tragedy like that. So me, I'm somewhat of a masochist. I enjoy these ridiculous challenges. So I figured, why not draw the hardest thing there is? I know how to draw on the worst materials possible.
Exactly.
cardboard box and ballpoint pen, and I enjoy something about that, doing it in that medium. But the project that I foresee myself doing in the future, if I can get my feet on the ground, would really be kind of next level stuff. I really hope to get to that. I really hope to show you guys and my followers and the world what I know I'm capable of if I'm given the right opportunity. So
So in a way, art has become a therapeutic mechanism for you uh, to deal with.
it's a love hate relationship for sure. Um, I actually only started really doing it in earnest about 3 years ago. My family never saw any value in my art, and I wasn't that I wasn't any better than anybody else, really. I mean, a little bit, but not much. It wasn't until 3 years ago that I really started taking it serious, and I started taking it serious because I was starving, and it was the only skill I had that I could just sit outside the bars and do, and people started tipping me. And within 3 years, I so rapidly gained skills that I was told by people that I regard as very influential, that I really have a promising career in art. They just tell just by looking at my work and progression of my work that uh, it's time for me to get serious about this. And the more I did it, the more I fully agree. But yeah, people pass by and think it's some sort of, oh, he's drawing or painting. And I love it. My friend, he gives me a hard time. He goes, "Have fun coloring," like
Huh. That's very nice.
love that. I love that. That total kind of yeah, yeah, kind of playing down of my hobby. Not you don't want to take it too seriously.
Well, you know, you seem to be having a very promising art career, as you just said there before. But tell me about your recent exhibition, because your work seems to get attention at the hospitality house, as we just saw through the Mercury News, and the people that work there, they have good feedback about how your drawing is beyond incredible, and it does get a lot of good feedback.
The stuff at the gallery was good stuff, but it was by far not the best stuff. And I posted my entire portfolio on my Instagram. I've actually pinned it into, I put two pin marks. So, yeah, you can go and check those out there. But I've had a lot of interest in my work now for the last year and a half from multiple galleries. um, I picked this gallery simply because they're all there just out of pure love for the actual art. And my experience is with a lot of these other art galleries that I won't name were very gross. They wanted to redo my whole image and my style and sell my whole story, and they said that your story, what you survived through, it's gonna make us so much money. I'm like, I don't want it to be about that. I want it to be solely on the merits and quality of my work.
And that is very nice. That is very nice.
This, despite the warlike situation in San Francisco that I've been doing these pieces in. Um, I think that makes them even more special. Um, but yeah, there's things going on in San Francisco that aren't reported anywhere, and I've managed to record, take videos of the extensive corruption human rights abuses in San Francisco. I usually find 1 to 2 dead bodies in the morning and day. Uh, None of this is talked about. Even when I was doing my reports with other reporters, they were flabbergasted at the fact. Actually, many of them didn't believe me, and I understand. I'm just a homophobe. Until they came down to San Francisco, and I showed them exactly what it was about. I mean, there was a debacle yesterday, me trying to get a hotel room and being lied to that it was city law that you weren't allowed to rent a place to a homeless person.